What's up, guys? It's Julian. Today I'm super excited to be showing you how to do Hardgroove like BAUGRUPPE90. To go along this video, you can get this full template on the top of the description, so make sure to grab that and let's get started. Alright, we're at 144 BPM. First thing we got here is our bass line. So here are the notes. It's really simple. We're in A minor, so I'm just going A to the 5th, A to the 3rd. If you take off this filtering, you can hear. Right, so it's basically just this really simple sort of pattern. It happens over a half note. And then it's this patch. It's a square wave inside an operator. I like operator because of the phase retrigger. So then you put that through a low pass filter, which has a bit of an envelope on it. Then we're sidechaining it to the kick, but just to the top end like that. And then there's the filtering. So yeah, you can really turn this up loud if it only hits in a certain range. That's something I noticed when studying these tracks, is like if it's literally just in this range of the frequency spectrum, you can turn it up so much louder, right? And it's a bit more percussive and a bit more like deep. Then we're just converting everything to mono at the end. Then we got our kick. So this is a new kick I made. You can see the kind of transient it has. It just hits really hard. And it doesn't really have that much low end. I'm also cutting the lows a little bit. Helps it fit together with the bass line. Then we got our main drums. So a little different, a bit more raw, like this hi-hat here. Isn't like your standard sort of 909. It's got a good blend of like open hi-hat sizzle, but also some punch. I've got this clap. Yeah, so again, the Hardgroove stuff, you know, before you can have all your percussion loops and all the rave loops and stuff, this has to work on its own. But then we add some loops in. So I basically got this group here, which is a few of my riv loops. Then I've got them in, inside of this group. We're just taking a little bit of high end out. Here's without this. With it, it's to kind of push this more to the mid range. It's very subtle, but it just kind of makes it sound a bit more like that mid range percussion you need. And then we're side chaining all of these at once. Then I got this one. So you can see I just took a quarter note out of this one loop. It's just to add some nice mid-range to the percussion, because that stuff was good, but it had a lot of high end. Then you add this. See, it's all just kind of like throwing paint at the canvas. I've got this auto pan on here to make it sound sidechain. I think really important with this stuff is just having this all groove underneath the kick like that. We got the ride, which is just this 909 ride cymbal. I've high passed it a little, and then another auto pan to make that bounce off the kick. We got this breakbeat. Just high pass that, and I've combined it with this other one. Right, so just adding that kind of more jungle sort of feel. I think that's something with these guys' tracks also. Is it's subtle, but the breakbeats are in there, right? Then the last drum we got here is this little shaker. So yeah, it's just this shaker swung. Got a bit of auto pan to make that bounce off the kick. That adds a lot to the drums too. It seems like a tiny layer, but here's without it. With it. See, it's all these little things coming together to make that groove. Then we got our main stabs. So the actual MIDI that's going on here is really simple. You can see it's just this one note at A, but then it's playing with the different note lengths, like you can hear it. Yeah, you get that dun, dun. The other thing that's going on here, so basically it's 2 layers. It's this stab, which started like that, and then I have a low pass filter on here. It has an envelope, and then it's also having the frequency moved by this shaper. So I have one which is moving that filter frequency over a course of a bar, and just opening it and then closing it. But then this second shaper here is actually changing the depth on the first shaper. So it's basically then over the course of 2 bars saying how much of this is going to come through. Right, so you create this kind of dubby pattern, and if you, like I said, if you get rid of those, like let's just turn them off, it's like a lot more boring and flat, right? So this is how you give the stabs that kind of life like you hear in these tracks. Then we just have a little bit of 8th note delay on that, and then for the second layer, so that one starts like this. Right, this one has a bit more harmonics going on, and then I get that same thing, low pass filter with an envelope. And then the same 2 shapers, one moving the filter frequency, and then one moving how much that moves the filter frequency. Same delay, so it's basically those stacked together, and then we just have a bit of sidechain on the group. Here's without it. With. Then for this stab down here, so this is actually, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you've heard this stab before. It's really just the stab on its own. This one is just about letting that breathe and letting it be more up front, right? I've got a little bit of delay, which is giving this a lot of stereo width, and I think as far as mixing goes, that helps it stand out from the other ones. It's like you get this really wide, right, and then it kind of closes down for the other 2. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments if you want to see more Hardgroove. Again, thanks for the support, everybody. Like I said, you can grab this full template at the top of the description on my website. So I really appreciate the support, guys. It helps keep me going so I can keep bringing you guys these new videos that we all want to see. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.